almost exactly 2 months later, and I finally got her back, baby.
This feels crazy. Instant nostalgia. Oh my gosh. It's a little loud on the freeway right now, so let's go ahead and pop on over on a back road here. You guys, I didn't realize how much I missed this motorcycle until I started it up, hopped on it, and took off. It was like acclimating all over again. Just such a crazy different ride. And so the whole thing, I haven't had this bike since the very beginning of February. If you guys don't know, I had my BMW R18 bagger shipped down to Florida for the entire month of January. And in shipping, the bike got damaged, unfortunately. The rear fender looked like it was just kicked in. And it's a metal fender, so they had to have something big and heavy crash into the back of this motorcycle. Well, that's all fine and dandy. The bike was still perfectly capable of being ridden while I was in Florida, and everything is fine. So, of course, we did have to file a claim with the shipping company and get that all taken care of with insurance and whatnot. Okay, Mustang, if you're gonna hop in front of me, at least give me the courtesy of doing the speed limit. So anyway, because this was technically an insurance claim with the shipping company and not just a damage, we had to wait quite a while to get like the paperwork done, to get the parts ordered in. So 2 months this bike sat at the dealership waiting for that stuff. 2 months since I've been able to ride the R18. And that's 2 months too long. I'm not gonna lie, even Jordan was like, are we ever gonna get that R18 back? Because he loves this bike. He swore he'd never be into baggers, and he really, really enjoys the ride on this R18 bagger. Oh, y'all, it's finally getting warm in Ohio. And I mean warm, it's like 80 degrees today. It's beautiful. If you're confused as to why I got the bike back, me too. BMW hasn't asked for it back yet. So when I got the call yesterday from my local dealership saying that it was ready to be picked up, I was like, okay, I'll come get it. So this is still not my motorcycle. I don't own it, but I'm just gonna keep riding it, man. I just don't. If they take it away from me, I guess that's the last of it. But they haven't asked for it back yet, so maybe they know that at least some of you have been enjoying the videos on the back of the R18. Maybe that's why they haven't asked for it back yet. But since not having this motorcycle for 2 months, I've really been daydreaming about some of the changes I would have loved to have made. And one of the changes I'd love to see on this bike for sure is aftermarket exhaust. I know Vance & Hines makes an exhaust package for this, and I haven't really. I think Adam Sandoval got one on his R18, but I don't think I've ever actually heard it. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, this beautiful bike needs some pipes. It's so funny. I completely forgot how to use this bike for a hot second. Like, I hopped on and I was like, where did I put my camera? I have no idea. I can't remember where I put my camera. And there you guys are. I put you right up there. And I was like, that looks right. I remember that. I can't believe how easily I develop relationship with these inanimate objects. It's just funny, man. I've kind of been that way my whole life. So now I have a real dilemma. If you guys have seen this video right here, you'll know that I also have a loaner Honda Goldwing DCT taking up space in my garage. And I gotta figure out where I'm gonna take that bike, because now I got all these beautiful baggers and the world is my oyster, but I gotta figure out where to go with them. And that's including my own personal Harley-Davidson Road Glide Special. I have a lot of places I want to ride this year, and I just feel like I'm already running out of time. I hate that. If you also didn't know or catch the last video, my husband and I bought a toy hauler. Finally! I have been dying to get a toy hauler for a little over a year now, and it was a real struggle on trying to figure out the best bang for our buck, the best bang for our truck, and the best bang for our baggers. So I think the thing that Jordan and I came to the conclusion on is we're not using the toy hauler for the bigger bikes like the baggers, the touring models, because That's why we got these bikes, is to tour. You know, you don't want to trailer your touring bike and then not tour them. But I will say, having a place to stay, like having a place to live while you are traveling, is a huge plus. So we needed to make sure that we got a toy hauler that was capable of transporting these larger motorcycles if the time comes. And the time will come. You know, my husband has a Sportster. That bike is going to always be able to fit in the toy hauler. And then if I have my 941 pound bagger with me, they also need to safely be able to fit into the toy hauler. So we had to keep that in mind while we were shopping. But I think if I had a choice and I wanted my husband to go on tours with me, I think he would actually prefer to ride this R18 over his Sportster. And that is me completely presuming a lot. My husband loves his Sportster, man. He built that bike for him. He built that bike to fit him perfectly. But once I told him that he was allowed to give this bike a ride, and we needed to put miles on this bike because we needed to get the first service done, he had to take this bike out to West Virginia. And I think he was very pleasantly surprised at how much he actually enjoyed the motorcycle. I'm telling you what, guys, this rear mono suspension is absolutely just, it's amazing. It is such a comfortable ride. And I can 100% confidently say that the bagger version of this bike is a 10 times nicer ride than the classic version of this bike. So the one with the soft bags and no front fairing. This bike has about an extra inch of suspension travel. And I'm like, suspension makes the bike, man. That's one of the first upgrades you should always do to a stock motorcycle, is either adjust a stock suspension or upgrade a stock suspension. And I didn't have to do any of those to this motorcycle. 100%. I did not have to adjust the suspension on this bike. Out of the box, perfectly comfortable. I've ridden over 4,000 miles on this thing, I think. I don't know how to check that. Okay, over 3,000 miles, that's what it is. Over 3,000 miles on this bike in just a couple months, and I never had an issue. So I think if we are to take any long distance rides, Jordan probably would fight me tooth and nail to be able to ride the BMW. He doesn't want to ride my Harley. It's very top heavy, and I've said it before in these videos, I will say it again. The fact that this motorcycle has shaft drive and has a reverse, I truly feel confident taking this almost 1,000-pound motorcycle quite literally anywhere. And that's what Jordan said too. He's like, I prefer my small nimble bikes, but honestly the BMW, I feel like I can take that bike anywhere. So I'm excited. I hope we get to take another long distance trip here soon. It's been exactly we rode to Florida last October, so I guess it's been a little over 6 months since we took a long distance motorcycle trip together. It's so funny, they didn't even wash this bike after repairing it, so when I went to pick it up today, I saw all the dirt and grime because my last day in Florida with this motorcycle, I had to ride through the pouring rain, so this bike is so dirty. Just a dirty girl. I never named her either. Damn. Why didn't I do that? Because she's not mine. I gotta give her back. I don't want to name her if I don't get to keep her. It's like getting a puppy. You don't name a puppy that you're fostering. You know, it's so crazy. I didn't even want to film on this ride home because this really is like, I just had to go pick it up. I'm not going anywhere cool. I have to get back home because I have a meeting in like 20 minutes. And I didn't want to film anything. I just wanted to enjoy this ride by myself in my helmet with my bike. And I had to turn the cameras on. Seriously, I probably rode a good 15 minutes before I even turned the cameras on because I was just having so much fun. Alright, Herty Wheels, it's 55 through here. I don't even get a ticket the first day back on the BMW. Honestly, though, that is something else I've been wanting to talk about with this motorcycle specifically. This bike has modes similar to a lot of the other motorcycles I have been riding over the past few months. Something about the BMW and the modes, I ride in sport mode on this thing all the time. Genuinely, everywhere I go, it's in sport mode. And that's because it's so smooth, man. Like, just ripping on this throttle is instant power and none of the jerkiness. And that's, oh, I hate that. I hate that electric throttle jerkiness. A couple months ago, I was on the brand new Indian Sport Chief, and I literally would not put that bike in sport mode except to test it for you guys on camera. I put it back in road mode, like, immediately. And then even on the Goldwing, the DCT, you pop it into sport mode, and the DCT is 10 times scarier having it feel like it's going out of control because you don't have any clutch control. So I was just thinking of that. You don't know it until you experience it with other motorcycles. And so when I had that experience on the Goldwing, I was like, man, I didn't realize how nice the sport mode on the R18 was. It was just absolutely smooth delivery of power. And it actually sounds really good when you get the revs up pretty high. I was just enjoying the roll of the motor when I was getting on the highway there. It's not as like grumbly as people who ride cruisers particularly like to hear their motorcycles, but it still roars. God, it sounds so good. So yeah, I just wanted to turn the camera on and share it with you guys that I finally got my BMW back. I'm surprised. I'm genuinely surprised at the amount of you who have been asking about it. Sometimes I don't know. I posted those videos in Florida on the bagger, and they performed pretty mediocre by YouTube standards, by my channel standards. So it might have been the time of year, but sometimes I just think maybe these people don't like the BMW, and that's fine. I've always told you, like what you like, ride your own ride. It's fine. And if you don't like certain bikes that I ride, that's fine. I'm still gonna ride them. I'm still her two wheels. I'm not her Harley-Davidsons. I'm not her BMW. I'm not her Indian. Her two wheels. All things motorcycle. And I've just been having so much fun on all of these bikes. It's literally a catch-22. Like, I want to put miles on my own bike. I want to. But I'm just having so much fun riding and putting miles on other people's bikes. It's like the being a grandparent, you know? You get to have fun with your cute little baby and then just give them back. Yeah, sign me up. Alright, I'm going to keep this video kind of short. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel because things are about to get real. We are about to get... I might not even be doing 2 videos a week. I might have to bump it up to 3. So, subscribe to the channel, and until my next video, thank you so much for watching this one. You be good, and I'll see you later.